Welcome back inside the Delmarva Sports Insider. I, of course, am Trayvon Miles here live at Seagull Stadium in Salisbury, Maryland, where the Salisbury University men's lacrosse program is currently trying to defend their national championship. They are taking on Christopher Newport University for a third time this season. And right now, I can't lie to you, I'm a little shook. The Gulls are down 3-0 just 5 minutes into this game. Now, we've seen that it's hard to really beat a team 3 times. We saw Salisbury first beat this team in early April by just 1 goal, and then about 11 days ago, Salisbury beat this team by 11 goals. Right now, not looking too good for Salisbury and the finish that they're having right now. So we hope that they can get it together. Of course, we will have all the action. We'll actually be back out here for another shot. Hopefully by the time the next shot comes up, the Gulls will have been there, tied this game or possibly taking the lead. But I also understand that we also have some high school lacrosse teams also vying for championships. For more on that, we'll send it back into the studio to Jeff and Jonah.
Hey, thanks so much, Trey. And as Trey mentioned, of course, we're going to have full game highlights from Seagull Stadium coming up a little bit later, of course, 10 o'clock on the CW and 11 o'clock on ABC.
And I just want to hit on something. He was talking about how it's their 3rd time playing CNU this year. Talking to Coach Berkman after their win in round 2 against Morrisville State, he said that, we have seen them twice, but that makes it harder. They know what they're going to do, and we know what we're going to do, so when they go in, it's all mental. It's not physical. So down 3-0 is obviously not the start that they want to this game.
Not the start that they wanted, but of course coming off of 2 national titles, something that I'm sure they feel confident they can work their way back into this one. But we're transitioning to some high school lacrosse. Now we're going to start on the girls' side with 2 teams facing off from opposite sides of the bridge. Talking about, of course, Kent Island and James M. Bennett meeting in their Bayside Girls Championship. Clippers take the early lead courtesy of Bryn Nestor to put JMB up in the first quarter, but from there, it was all Kent Island. Maddie Gunn takes control and does it herself, goes top shelf to put the Bucks on top. KI, they were still cruising along. This time, the offense coming from Blair Goodrich takes the pass and beats the goalie stick side for the score. Bucks would carry a 5-goal lead heading into the break. Bennett, though, they would try and make a bit of a valiant late-game run. Juliana Sterling playing bully ball, I like that, to rattle in the pretty goal, but just too much of the Bucks. Gunn shows you why you follow your own shot, grabs the rebound, and finishes on the doorstep. Kent Island captures the 2018 Girls Lacrosse Bayside Championship. They roll to the 16-9 win.
Well, this is the first time in 8 years that we've won, so it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. It's just we're just a big family. We're just happy. We hope we go far. I think we have a good shot this year to go far, and we're just really excited for this season, the rest of the season. That would make it far. That would make it to the championship, and we go through playoffs and just make it far. That's what I hope.
And with KI being crowned the Bayside champ, we'll keep things with the girls in 2A playoffs. Easton hosting North Carolina. Ellie Roser puts the Warriors up 5-0 with a nice move on the inside. And Easton just rolling from there. Anna Roser working her way to the cage. She shoots that one down low for the goal. And then Roser once again going back to work. She fakes right and goes left. Moves past her defender. That just looks way too easy for her. She gets another one there to go. And sealing the deal for Easton, Lily Osborne blows past the defense and aims low for yet another goal. The Warriors, they're able to advance with a very impressive showing at home. They top North Carolina 14-1.
Someone other than Roser needed to score in that game. But in the 3A division, Decatur traveling to Salisbury to face Bennett, tied at 5 at the half. Second half, Sarah Engel splitting the double team and finishing down low. Bennett the other way, they would answer right back. Check out Hope Shearer, able to snatch the pass out of the air, put it in the net, so we'd stay knotted at 6. Decatur, though, beginning to kick into overdrive. We have our first Lily Bell Baker sighting. Love that. Number 13 with 2 goals on the afternoon. So the Seahawks up 1 with less than 20 seconds to go in the game. I call her LBB, that's why. There's a scrum for the ball right in front of the Decatur cage. Izzy Christic eventually gets a hold of it, and Decatur goes on to win 8-7. Seahawks, they're going to travel to Chesapeake of Anne Arundel for the sectional final coming up in a few days on Monday.
And to the boys' Bayside Championship, you guessed it, it's James M. Bennett and Kent Island.
Shocker.
Just 45 seconds into the game. Sean Mooney working from behind the cage. He opens up the scoring for Kent Island. And then great ball movement here for the Clippers leads to an excellent goal.
Oh, wow.
Tanner Farrow, he sends it home right on the crease doorstep. And then from there, Clippers, they would start to roll. Check out this shot from Luke Nestor. This kid is just filthy on a Monday night. Throwing the shot in the top corner. Clippers would lead 9-5 at the half. Bucks trying to get back into this one in the second. Matthew Bascon comes up with the pass. He sends it in for the goal, but Nestor, he just cocks back and cranks that one home. He ices the game for Bennett and the Clippers. They are your 2018 Bayside champions.
Feels great, but we're just now working towards state or leaving the shore. Just moving the ball faster and quicker, find the open man. We just got to play with 100% intensity like we did. Just come out off first whistle 100% the whole time.
Over to 2A boys lax, 2-seed Parkside hosting 3-seed Queen Anne's. End of the first half things tied up at 4, and QA's William Colburn makes it 5-4 to head into the locker room. Second half, Parkside with the answer pretty quick. Rasheer Evans ties things up at 5, dialing long distance, and it would remain tied all the way into the fourth quarter, going back and forth. Colburn finds it at the edge of the crease and finishes down low to put the Lions up 1. Other end, Marcus Yarns bounces one home to tie things up yet again. Rams would score one more to take the lead, but with less than 3 minutes to go, Tyler Seidel sends the game into overtime. Check it out. Man, what a rip there. And in extra time, QA, they really were wasting no time. They wanted to head home.
Yeah,
Gavin
one
Jens
trip home.
Sending one home. That sends Parkside home. Queen Anne's on to face Kent Island Monday for a spot in the regional championship.
And our final boys lacrosse of DSI, Cambridge South Dorchester hosting Bow Manor in a 1A battle. And it was all Vikings from the get-go. Shane Green shakes his defender and beats the keeper down low for the early score. And then Bryce Bromwell, he gets in on the action later in the first.
Goalie did not move.
He shoots up and scores up high. Vikings, they're up 4-0 and just keep piling it on from there. Josh Blades winding up from distance. He beats the goalie 5-hole for the goal. And if you're catching on to the theme here, things just keep going the home team's way. Zachary Lewis, he finds the back of the net after a scrum in the front. And then DeJuan Jackson, he becomes the 5th different goal scorer in the first quarter with a rip from deep. Cambridge, they roll past Bohemia Manor 19-2 in a playoff game.
We saw some pretty high-scoring games.
Yes.
Of course, that Easton game against North Carolina, the girls, 14-1, and then, of course, that Cambridge game against Bohemia Manor. Pretty impressive 19-2 outing. And Bohemia Manor coming off a 3-game win streak heading into that game yesterday. So a lot of good lacrosse we had this week.
Jeff, and we have a lot more to look forward to because it's time to take another break. On the other side of things, it's that time. The second episode of On Deck is ready as you get to meet one of the Shorebirds' international stars. Don't go anywhere. You're watching DSI.
My name's Callie Crawford from Queen Anne's County High School, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.